rat race and start earning great money as soon as next week.
I was skeptical. However, I had to get out of corporate America. Both me and my wife were able to quit our jobs to now make over $10,000 a month from home.
Go to freedom81.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom81.com. Freedom81.com and start earning great money as soon as next week.
Everybody's talking.
My guest, Allan Wall, former school teacher in Mexico, member of the United States National Guard, served in Iraq, now teaching in Oklahoma. Hey, let's take a call now from Carl in Indianapolis. You're on with Allan. Carl, go ahead.
Hi, Allan. I wanted to comment on the article you have today on VDARE and the Media Matters for America smear against you that came out last week. And I just, first of all, I want to say that there's nothing liberal about Media Matters for America. I mean, if liberal means tolerant for the opinions of others and broad-minded, it's pretty much one of those Soros shadow party take over the Democratic Party. And I wonder if whenever VDARE uses the word liberal, they put it in air quotes, because I consider myself a Democrat, and what I find what they're doing is pretty Stalinist. But it just seems to me that a lot of the reasons the Democrats took over the House in 2006 was that they tolerated a little bit broader opinion on immigration, but the actions of the Obama administration seems to be extremely hard left, and they'll alienate a lot of the Democrats that are vulnerable this time around.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. I've seen some, in these primaries, some Democrats I've read are even kind of running against Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Because they thought it would be better in their district.
We had a Senate primary where there was a very strong immigration candidate on the Republican side, and the Republicans ran, the Tea Party pushed this guy named Stutzman, who was a 33-year-old, mainly because they said, well, we just want an anti-incumbent. But the best immigration reform candidate lost. He got 20% of the vote. But now they're stuck with a guy with Dan Coates, who's horrible on immigration, with 40% of the vote. But now he's running against a guy named Ellsworth, who has a B-plus rating from Numbers USA, which is about as good as you'll find on any Democrat out there. But it doesn't look like the Obama administration is going to give him that much support. All of the support is coming from Senator Bayh here in Indiana. But it doesn't seem that administration-wise, they want to kind of keep this race in the closet. You're kind of suspicious that secretly they'd rather see Coates win, and the actions also that Obama pulled with the tentative offer of 1,200 troops is really kind of a way of just kind of keeping McCain's head nose above water.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Well, you know what? There are some damn good Democrats out there, and one of them is Mike Cutler. Are you familiar with him, Carl?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, Mike Cutler testifies before Congress, very involved in the 9/11 Commission. He worked for the Center for Immigration Studies. He's with CAPS.
Okay, I have heard of him before. Yeah,
he's he's very, very, very up on immigration, and and he's always saying, it's like you have a burglar in your house and he's eating your food out of your refrigerator, and that's basically a pretty good description of what's going on with the immigration problem. And you don't worry about it until they come to your house and open up your refrigerator and eat your food, and then they drink your beer, and you really, really get upset. But I certainly enjoy your call. Did you have another quick question for Allan?
The only thing I'll ask Allan to do is that I don't use the term conservative for like George Bush, because I know that irritates a lot of people who are, conservative Republicans. I wish that people, when they talk about Obama, they use the term, other than liberal, they use the term maybe left libertarian, because he's a mashup of kind of radical libertarian and radical new left ideology, and I don't see how he fits in with the rest with the.
Let me ask you real quick, Carl, before we get into our break here. Did you vote for Obama?
No, I didn't. I actually felt that I wrote in Hillary Clinton simply because I felt that had the Democrats followed the rules of their party bylaws, I think that Hillary would have won at the convention in a brokered convention. So I thought that was the right thing to do.
In my opinion, Hillary couldn't have done any worse than what we've got right now. So, but I was sort of curious about if you changed your mind about the guy too much since you voted, but you didn't.
I saw exactly what he is.
Hey, well,
when I lived in Chicago, I worked with a lot of African Americans, and they all called him one of the men I worked with called Obama a east of Halstead Democrat, meaning that he's very much a lakefront orientation. He had no concept of what the people in Chicago were living.
Thanks for the call. Give us another call. Carl, Indianapolis, have a great Memorial Day weekend. Alan Wall and I shall return in just a moment. 1-800-336-2225. And we'll take your calls first, but we also want to get into those Mexican immigration laws. Let's take a break.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.